Do you ever just spiral for like a full week wondering what the actual you're doing with your life? And by that you mean you just got your third plasma injection into your knee because once again, you're injured, didn't feel like talking about it because you know what, I'm sick of making my injuries my whole personality. But you're like, wow, you love your job so much, but it's also fucking destroying you. And then you're like, let me, really dive into YouTube. And then all of the algorithm feeds you videos being like, YouTube is dying, everyone's getting off the internet, people are over it. And you're like, wow, what an amazing time to enter the digital space where you're like also so sick of the internet. But at the same time, as an artist, you're like, oh my God, the internet. Wow, you can reach whoever the fuck you want with your art. And like anyone doing whatever will find some sort of corner on the little fucking internet of people that are like, yes, I get you, I see you. And then also you feel like, the only thing that's working for people right now is like being like, hi, look at my art. But then you like are wearing gray sweatpants and your fucking schlongs, your bulge and schlong is just like, and you're like, wow, is that what I have to do? And then also you're like, wow, I love performing. Let me explore drag because as a queer artist, it's like, of course, drag, performance art, let's do it. And then you're like, wow, I'm trying to do 7 things at once and I don't know which one to focus on at any given moment. So therefore I focus on none of them. And because of that, I just spiral and then nothing gets done. And then I get mad at myself for not doing anything. And then at the same time, you're like, I really just want to like run the fuck away, buy a 1-acre plot of land with a little cottage in the middle of nowhere, delete all my social media and just like listen to records, maybe smoke a cigarette every like once a month just to feel something. And then you realize you have to make money and you're like, okay, well, I guess I need a job. I am the Luminous One asks, how's life going? How are you feeling today? Great. At Hot Damn It's Teddy asks, I love your photography and I find so much comfort in the way you take photos. What about a certain scene catches your eye and makes you go, I have to capture this? Are there any specific things you look for? Keep up the great work. You are an incredible artist and such an inspiration. First of all, thank you. With regards to what catches my eye, I would have to say for my documentative photography or my street or travel photography, like I have sort of always been an observer of what's happening, and even more so when I got into photography. And so I'm just constantly like observing the surroundings and observing the human experience, because what I love most about that type of photography is capturing like humans being humans. And I know that is so like duh, but so for example, a photo I shot in New York City of these kids in Central Park playing with like a big bubble machine. I caught them in the act of like almost going to pop the bubble. And just something about that photo is like capturing the essence of like playfulness and childlike wonder. Other than that, it's just like looking out for light that is interesting and moves me. Yeah, maybe I should have thought about these answers before I started the video, but I'm feeling chaotic today and I just want to go for it. At Gabriel K asks, how did you get into dancing, and then how did you get into RuPaul's Drag Race Live? I got into dancing when I was 9. My sister danced at a dance studio and I went to her recital and I was like, Mom, I think I want to try that. And so my mom put me in a dance class, and then next thing I know, loved it. They asked me to join a competitive team, competitively danced at a studio up until I graduated high school. And then how I got into RuPaul's Drag Race Live, basically they had an audition in LA back in like 2019, and this was after doing a few sort of like random music videos for various RuPaul girls. And it was essentially like the first audition I had gone to where I felt confident, like I could actually potentially book this job. And I feel like that showed in the audition. And then got a call a week or two after that audition from my agent saying I'd booked the job, and have been at RuPaul's Drag Race Live ever since. At I am Eric Otto, Imercadu01 asks, do you aspire to make a full-length feature film? Yes, I always wanted the Loverboy Diaries to feel like a TV series, but even more so like short films. And I'm so inspired by film in general. And yeah, that's probably like a life art goal, is to direct a feature film. Definitely an indie feature film, an indie coming of age feature film. At Hot Damn It's Teddy asks another question. I'm a huge fan of the Loverboy Diaries. Thank you. All the music you pick for it is phenomenal, and I was wondering if you had thought about making one big playlist with all the songs used in it. First of all, appreciate you appreciating the music I choose, because all the music I pick is so important and intentional, and it's like I love music in film and how it can evoke an emotion. It's a very important part of the process for me. And yeah, I will make a Spotify playlist and I'll link it below in the description. And then you can also check out the other Spotify playlist I have that I also love if you want. At user-div asks, hey Nick, what do you think you'll miss most about your life right now, 10 years from now? Easily Drag Race Live, like being able to perform on stage in a entirely like queer show with a queer cast for a very queer audience has been so fulfilling. And then just being with the same 6 dancers for multiple years. I've grown like an actual family with the boys, and yeah, it's just crazy to have had this experience, and I know it's not going to last forever, so I'm trying to be in the moment and enjoy it while it lasts, and I think it will be something I look back on in just full admiration of what a fucking unreal experience it has been. Okay, I get so sick of my hairstyle very often, so I change it all the time, and I'm currently trying, the very trendy 90s boy band curtain bangs, and there's days where I'm like, hell yeah, and then there's days like today where I feel like I look like a non-binary high schooler. At Liquidating Assets asks, how are you incorporating your photography skills onto your new drag persona? Great question. I have been photographing drag queens for a while now. I love photographing drag queens in particular because they're such unique and like colorful queer artists, and I am just going to continue to do that through Ashley, and I am looking forward to doing shoots as Ashley and being able to creatively direct the entire shoot the whole way. Also, if you are a drag queen, queer artist, whatever, and you want to have fun and be experimental and get weird and artsy with me, hit me up. At Trentifier, hey girl, asks, what are your top 3 favorite albums? There aren't a lot of albums that I'm like in love with, no skips. However, some that come to mind is definitely Disclosure's Settle. My all-time favorite song is Help Me Lose My Mind by Disclosure and London Grammar. That song is just, for me, the perfect song. Another one that comes to mind is Girl in Red's If I Could Make It Go Quiet. I mean, partially because it's a very melancholic, sad, depressed album, which I love some good depression art. I'll say a recent album that is a no skips album for me that I mean, it's just like very left field is Lion Milk's When the Flowers Bloom. I discovered Lion Milk a while back with their album I Hope You Are Well, and specifically their track Great Mother in the Sky. Bitch, if you are any sort of like autistic, ADHD, ADD, social anxiety, whatever, if you have any of that, listen to Great Mother in the Sky with noise canceling headphones in like darkness for a second, and it will change you. Oh God, I love that song. Their most recent album, When the Flowers Bloom, it is my perfect album to put on the record player when you're having friends over for like a late night dinner with martinis and cigarettes, in theory. It's just a vibe. Is that so wrong? It's just a vibe. Check it out. And then while you're at it, check out their album, I Hope You Are Well. That album is like, it is so nostalgic coded to me from like 90s, 80s synth. Lion Milk's music in general just scratches this itch in my brain that I can't really comprehend. But yeah, check them out. At Darrell asks, what was the moment you realized you are an artist? Realistically, like since I was a kid, and by that I mean especially in elementary school. Elementary art class was my favorite class by far in school. Yeah, I looked forward to it every day. I loved my art teacher throughout all of elementary school. I loved painting. It was the class I looked forward to the most. And then throughout like high school, when, you're like asked to start figuring out what you want to do for college and your career, and you take these career tests. Every time I took a stupid fucking career test, it would tell me that I'm an artist or I should be an art teacher, and I'm like, okay, well that's not helpful because I need a real job. But I should have just listened from the get-go. Other than that, I would say lately I had a bit of an epiphany. In episode 3 of Loverboy Diaries, I basically go through this whole stint of like how I feel very alienated by everyone around me sometimes, like the way I view things or think about things doesn't seem to be the way other people around me experience life. And recently I started reading The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. It has really resonated with me. Basically, I realized, oh, I'm not an alien. I'm just an artist through and through, like to my core. If you are artistic in any way, I recommend you read The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. At Emily Rose, hi, hope you're well, asks, is there anything you miss about Wisconsin? I miss Wisconsin summers. My family lives near a river and we had a boat growing up, and there's nothing better than having a day on the boat and then boating up to a restaurant for dinner and then boating back as the sun sets. I miss Wisconsin because it's my hometown, and therefore Wisconsin in general is just very nostalgic to me. At Carrie Ann, my sister-in-law, hi, love you, miss you, asks, if you could say anything to your younger self, what would you say? Probably just something like, all of those crazy dreams you have growing up that you automatically told yourself are fantasies, you're eventually going to realize that you can literally do whatever the fuck you want with your life, and therefore follow your fucking dreams, girl. And you know what? You are. And it's going well so far. At Liquidating Assets also asks, you're driving, the stars are out, the night air is cold. What songs/playlist are you listening to on this drive? What a fucking fabulous question. I'm so happy you asked. The type of music I'm listening to on a night drive like that is very vaporwave heavy. An artist that I love for night drives is Night Tapes. Love their music. Drifting is such a good one. The song that made me fall in love with them is Download Spirit. Particularly the last minute of the song, it fully changes into this ethereal eargasm of a trip. Another one of my favorites is Perfect Kindness. Oh my god, bitch, it's just like... Let's end with some speed round questions. At Lemuel235 asks, will Ashley ever try out and become a Rue Girl and join a future Drag Race season? At Liquidating Assets asks, you and Trixie are both from Wisconsin. Would you let her paint her mug on you on YouTube? Absolutely. I am a nobody drag queen, so I don't see that being the case anytime soon, but I should try to do her face at some point. That would be fun. At Fabulous Bitch 96 asks, how do I date you? Be very kind. Invite me to go to a bookstore to look at art books, and then take me to get an iced coffee, and then sit in the park with me and read said art book. At Helzabot asks, thoughts on Bjork? I sadly have zero thoughts on Bjork. I haven't found any of their music that resonates with me, and I want to, so send me any tracks that you recommend that I listen to, because I've only really looked into their most popular songs on Spotify, and none of them really spoke to me, which is surprising. Everything about them artistically feels like I should be into them. My sister at Jill Cobman asks, when are you coming to visit? Soon. Promise. At Josh Cat_place88 asks, when do we get the OnlyFans? Let me just set the record straight right now. I have zero interest in doing OnlyFans. I'm not against it. I wish I had interest in doing it because I know you could make a lot of money if you really go into it. The only thing that would maybe make me start an OnlyFans is if like I needed to raise money really quickly for a loved one or something like that. And in that sense, it's like I'll show whole for a good cause. At Jonathan Ray 25, hey girl, asks, what that ass do? Bitch, you see it 5 times a week. You know what that ass do. Not much. At C stands for clown asks, do you want to tour with Ashley or is she only a hometown gig? No, I would absolutely love to tour with Ashley. Obviously, I'm very much a baby queen and am nowhere near that, but it's definitely a goal of mine or a dream of mine. At Page 3 asks, how much do you love Page 3? A lot. You're my winner still. I haven't gotten caught up on Drag Race UK the current season, but yeah, Page 3 checks all the boxes for me. I think that's it. Oh, no, I missed one question. At Nick Lemmer asks, now that Loverboy Diaries Season 1 has ended, what's next? I'm so glad you asked. Let's talk about it. I'm obviously a very small YouTube channel, but it's been so creatively fulfilling, and I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface of what I want to do. Now that I finished Season 1 of Loverboy Diaries, I'm excited to really explore all that I want to explore creatively. I have a somewhat big announcement coming that I am really excited about. So yeah, stay tuned. Other than that, this video was kind of chaotic and all over the place. Thank you for everyone who submitted questions. I'll make that playlist of all of the music in Loverboy Diaries and it'll be linked below. I hope you guys have a good holiday season, if and whatever you celebrate. We have the week off of Drag Race Live right now because of the Formula One races, so I think I'm going to pack a bag and just, I don't know, get the fuck out of Vegas, because if I stay here all week, I will be pissed at myself. So thank you so much to everyone who has watched Season 1 of Loverboy Diaries. If you haven't watched the whole series, please go watch it. It was so fulfilling for me to do. I put a lot of work into it. I'm so happy with how it's turned out and how it's been received. And as much as I am spiraling about the future of everything that I'm trying to do, I am at the same point very excited for the future. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.